Oh, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Chalk Talk with Chuck. We and Jalen. Jalen, how are you?
Good, man. Glad to be back.
Yeah, stoked to be back. Thank you for everyone who's tuning in. We took a bye week on my behalf. I am in law school and have had, a couple of finals and papers due these past 2 weeks and just couldn't fit it in. Uh, no excuses. I'll be better next year. Um,
Yeah, you need to take this more seriously. But all
I
those
know,
slide
dude.
ones.
Our 9 listeners are pissed. Uh, um, Lots of football happened, obviously. We have had a pretty big shift from where we were 2 weeks ago, obviously, to now. The sort of pre-Thanksgiving pod to where we sit coming into these final, what, 4 games, 5 games? 4 games, which is insane. Think about Jalen, you said you have nothing for the hate list?
No, dude, I have nothing. We took the week off.
Yeah. Yeah, we
I didn't
took
have
the
time
week
to hate.
off. I, the football that I did watch, I really enjoyed. The only thing that's bothering me that I've thought about putting on the hate list is just because they added an extra game to the season, it feels like the top and the bottom have separated pretty healthily at this point, and it's part of what's going on this year, like the Bengals kind of being out of it, and Dallas not being in the picture, the NFC West being a total mess. It just kind of sucks to be in a spot where we have a pretty clear picture of at least the top five in each conference, and there's only one battle going on. And I think that, the number one seed is pretty well settled. Not to say that crazy things can't happen to Detroit with Philadelphia with only 2 losses, but the AFC, I don't think anybody's catching the Chiefs at one. But that I just don't. I don't know. I don't love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the playoff race is as tight this year, like you were saying. Um, and it just doesn't feel like it matters who gets like 2, 3. I mean, you probably don't want to be the 4 seed, but like the 2 and 3, you're gonna have a favorable matchup. It feels like.
Yeah,
Um,
if you're in the AFC, you don't want to play the Ravens, but other than that, I mean, between the Chargers and the Broncos, I feel like it's a pretty similar experience of stress level.
yeah, yeah, probably.
And I think for the NFC, it goes the same way. I don't want to play Minnesota, and you don't really want to play Green Bay, but Green Bay's I feel more beatable. And then, I'd probably rather be playing the Commanders, but
Oh, for sure, you want to play the Commanders.
yeah. So two means more, but the gap between 2 and 3 in the NFC is just so massive.
Yeah,
There's
and then
just,
like, are the Seahawks gonna get the 4 then?
no, because Tampa,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
which
I don't
is
know how I
another
feel
crazy
about
thing.
Seattle either.
No, I don't think Seattle's
Like
played really good football
it's the whole
recently.
division.
Yeah, Seattle's won 4 straight games, and they won two extremely crucial games against the Cardinals, and looked really good beating the Cardinals this week. But their final stretch, fuck. Green Bay, you guys, Chicago, then the Rams. No complete layups in there. Chicago's going to be the closest you come to
Chicago's
a
a
complete
layup.
layup. Yeah.
Yeah,
But Green Bay to Minnesota and then
yeah,
close out with the
that's
Rams, it's
tough.
going to tighten up. That's
That's
really
really
tough.
that's really tough, dude.
So,
Because
and
all those games matter for all those teams too. Like besides the
Right.
Bears, but like the Vikings,
Yeah.
Packers, and Rams are all going to be wanting to win those games.
And those are the defensive level of play between what they have been winning against and that is such a huge jump. I mean, when they played the Niners had nobody. When they played the Cardinals don't have a good defense. The Jets don't have a good defense, and then they played the Cardinals again. I mean, you're going from B at best defenses to A defenses. Green Bay's got a great defense. I think they're
Yeah.
so slept on. So yeah, I don't know. It's just it bothers me that this is where we're at. And I guess that's probably the most fun thing to be tracking is the Seattle versus the Rams and what happens with the Rams because they're on fire. They look so good against the Bills this week. And I'm sure we're going to talk about that game in more detail because there's a lot there. But
Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, usually after the hate list, we jump into basement tapes, which, as you probably can guess, it's been a while. I had Thanksgiving weekend too, so it's been a minute since we've done the basement tapes. Yeah, there's content, man. Uh, this is almost, it's not really football related, but it's sports related. And it's my dad is, he's such a hardcore person about things that he takes pride in. He hates BYU more than anything because they're their Utes rivals and they're, you know, the I don't know. They're sort of a representation of Mormonism, and my dad doesn't hate Mormons, but when you live in Utah, it's tough, and you're not Mormon, it's kind of tough. And my dad found out that Ryan Smith, who for all intents and purposes is like kind of the best thing that's ever happened to Utah from a sports standpoint. He's a billionaire who bought a hockey team, who's rebuilding a stadium, who is I think doing the right things with the Jazz right now, and he's just given tons of money to BYU's basketball program. Now BYU is able to sign the number one recruit for like $7 million. And my dad told me once he found out that that happened that he will never go to a Utah hockey game or a Jazz game again until he sells the team. And I believe him.
It's so dramatic, man.
I hate that motherfucker.
uh,
And I love it, dude. The dude is standing on business with this dude. He, I catch him muddling around the house about how pissed off he is about it. My dad doesn't watch college basketball, okay? He doesn't really even watch basketball. But it's the principle of the thing, dude. Like he's like that Ryan Smith, that fucker. Do you know what he did, Charlie? Yeah, dude. He's like, what the fuck? That is fucked up.
I wish he was giving money to Utah because I feel like your dad would be all in.
Like, did you see this, dude? I can't. I don't like the money thing, but hey, can't believe it.
Yeah.
Is this legal? He'd be like, this. Well, if he's gonna give it to Utah, better than those fuckers down in BYU. That's exactly what he'd say, dude. That's
Exactly.
exactly what he'd say. And but he's giving it to BYU, so he's out, dude. He is out. I'm trying to pull him back. If my dad ends up going to anything, it's because I was able to convince him. But I think he'll be cheering against the Jazz. Like he's pissed.
Oh,
Um,
the Jazz aren't going to be exciting anytime soon, so
no,
he's got
it's
time to
fine.
come around on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in my opinion, the Ryan Smith thing, like this won't last. The NBA is going to start making rules about these guys essentially creating farm teams.
Yeah, it feels I don't know because like you still have the lottery in the NBA, so
Right.
it's not like he's like, yeah, I'm giving this guy a bunch of money and then I'm gonna draft him, but like it, I don't know. It's definitely a
Everybody's
gray
a free
area
agent
and it's
at some
something
point.
new.
Yeah. Yeah, and everybody's a free agent at some point, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but I just, yeah, I don't. We live in the wild world, you know, the wild west of what's going on with the NIL. I'm sure at some point this stuff's going to come back to bite Ryan Smith. Maybe
Yeah,
not as bad as people want to think, but
you know what you need to get your dad to do is just watch BYU and just like pray every week that this kid just sucks. Because that would be the
yeah,
funniest scenario if they gave him $7 million and he just sucked.
right, right. Well, and I try to tell my dad about the remote possibility that that would happen, and he's like, "I don't. It doesn't. It's he's giving money to BYU, Charlie. It's fucked." And then so my dad also is incapable of relaxing so long as the Steelers are on the field. And it's really worn off on me. Like it's bad because you get the text from me about paranoia. But I was
Oh
watching the
yeah.
Cleveland game, feeling so good about the Cleveland game on Sunday. You know, we got the pick, we're up two scores, all this is going on, you know, and then because we're up 27-7 in the fourth quarter, and I can hear my dad upstairs because there's like a delay between the TV upstairs and the TV downstairs. And I hate when my dad watches a game upstairs because he just motherfucks the Steelers the whole time, right? And he's like, "Oh God, damn it, motherfucker!" And I'm like, "Oh God, something horrible happened." And then I watch, and it's just the Steelers gained 1 yard on a running play, and he's extremely pissed because it wasn't enough, right? And then so now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. And the Steelers fumble. He's freaking out with the Steelers fumble. Jameis scores. He starts really freaking out. We don't get the first down. The biggest freak out of ever. Dude, it never ended. It never ended until the game was over, and then he was like, "Well, we did it. Yeah, not bad." I was like, "What?" The
Yeah, no,
thought that we were in
he's
war.
dude, he's definitely rubbing off on you because like at that point I had turned the game off. Like I'm like watching the Jets Dolphins and you send me a text, you say Steelers are fucking up. Like fucking up. And I like look back, it's 27-14 and there's like 2 minutes and 50 seconds left and the Steelers have the ball. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Like there's not
Dude, it's
enough
so
time left.
unhealthy.
Like
It's so unhealthy. And I
so
like
funny.
the Eagles and the Steelers play on Sunday. I'm like I've chalked it as a loss in my brain. And I think my dad's chalked it as a loss. But the Steelers will hang around. It'll be a great game, I'm sure. And we'll get to that point. But I now realize that however long that game goes on, 3.5 hours of my life is just going to be hell.
Yeah,
He
or
sits
he'll
down
be
here. He'll
doing
come and sit
laundry.
down here. His back. Oh yeah, yeah. My dad was so stressed when Cleveland scored the opening touchdown. He started doing my laundry for me. Um, and like cleaning up the laundry room. He sits down. It takes him. His back hurts, so it takes him a lot to get down in that chair. And then he sits there for 2.5 minutes before he slams his hand on the side of the chair, says, "Oh fuck, I can't fucking do this," and gets up so slow for how mad he is, which I'm sure makes him more mad. You know, it takes him a minute to get up. And then he gets up and he starts puttering around doing chores that makes him more injured. And I don't know what to do about it because I'm like, dude, just sit down. It's gonna be fine. The Steelers have not given up more than 20 points at home this year. They haven't even given up 20 points at home. We're gonna be fine. You know what that's gonna end today? They fucking can't stop anybody.
You're gonna have
So
to get like arm locks for that chair.
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to cuff him to it or something, dude. Because he won't just sit and watch the game, and it drives me insane. Um, so there's that, and then I feel so bad for my mom, right? Because she's a Bengals fan, and the Bengals have like historically fucked up. She calls it like bungling, and she has to sit there and watch my dad and I flip out and the Steelers are 10-3, and they're gonna win. And then turn on the Bengals game where they're one Cowboy player massive fuck up away from losing to the Cowboys with Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
And she's just like on the computer, like chilling, watching the game. My dad was more upset during the Bengal game than my mom's. So yeah, it's just so it's been crazy these past couple of weeks, and the fact that the Steelers are good isn't a good thing for my dad. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, I can only imagine what the playoffs are going to be like
I told him
for
that. I was like,
both
dude,
of you,
it's only
honestly.
worse in the playoffs. And he's like, I know, but you don't think I fucking know that?
You've been making fun of him for 15 weeks, but you're going to turn into the same exact thing as soon as they kick off
Oh,
in the
as
playoffs, dude.
dude, the second we're playing the Chargers in the first round or whatever, and the Steelers go down by 3, I'm gonna be a wreck
Yeah,
until
I'm
the
gonna be
game's
like,
over.
oh, damn, dude, the Charger looking good. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm out back smoking a cigarette,
Yeah, dude.
not
I'm
even
out back.
watching anymore.
I'm out back raking leaves in the snow. You know,
Decided to shovel the neighbor's driveway for him.
dude, it will happen. My dad will be doing something. But when the Steelers played the Bengals in that crazy playoff game where AB got hit and then there was the penalty and they kicked the game-winning field goal with like 30 seconds left. I was in college and I called my dad after the game. He's like, "Yeah, I was out, cleaning. It was, 9:30 at night." He's like, "He's out in the driveway doing yard work." I was like, "What?" And then my mom in the background said, "He was watching the game through the window." I heard him scream yes when the Steelers kicked the game-winning field goal through the window. Yeah, dude. He's ultimate fan, man. He's like
Oh,
like I sometimes I try to film it, dude. I was like trying to film him watching the Bengal game. He was freaking out the entire Bengal game. I was like, dude, these guys are in our division. Like, chill out. And I do cheer. I wanted the Bengals to win, but like he was like, it was like the Steelers were on. It's crazy. So it's been wild. It's been a wild, Thanksgiving, everything. So much
yeah,
fun.
that's funny.
All right, dude. That's basement tapes. Classic. My dad flipping out. We are moving into week 15, which is a huge week for both of us because we are now tied. Do you want to give a breakdown of what happened while we were away?
Week 13 was the last time we had picks. I had a 3-point lead. You actually had a pretty hot week. Ended up tying everything up, so we are tied 193 to 193 on the year.
Hell yeah.
So these last few weeks are very important.
Yeah,
I should give you a
it's coming down the
-1 for
stretch.
skipping the pod, but
Yeah, that's dude. There's in the future, any mispod is a penalty. I
yeah,
will accept
it's
that.
okay.
It's
Fair.
unacceptable. And we can make it more than 1 point too. Uh,
No,
have
no,
we
one's fine.
decided on a punishment
No, I don't think
for the
I don't
loser?
even think we have anything yet.
Because we
We
were thinking about the
should.
caddy thing.
Yeah, you should ask your mom for an idea.
Oh, dude, she'll have one.
I
She'll
know
have
she
one.
will.
I'll have a really creative one that's like mainly geared towards my misery. It would be
Yeah, I
like
mean,
something like Somebody else would be like, "Oh yeah,
Hopefully,
that's fine," but me, I'd be like, "That's terrible."
yeah, hopefully I'm on the winning end, but if I'm anything like my real football team that I'm a fan of, I'll just choke it all away in the last week. So
I see where your head's at. Uh,
that's it. Look, I've been consistent all year.
you have been, you have been, and I want to say to everyone out there, I am so happy that I was wrong about Russell Wilson. Um, I love this guy more than like I ever thought I could possibly love a quarterback at this point.
Yeah,
And he's not
yeah,
even been
same
like
here.
great, but he's so cool, man. I love how cheesy he is.
Yeah, he's I don't know. That whole Denver thing just didn't feel right. It felt like everyone was out to get him.
No, and dude, I watch these like Twitter fan videos of clipped up, he's on the ground bleeding out of his mouth after that one hit he took, and Sean Payton's yelling at him, and his teammates are yelling at him, and he looks so sad. And then it cuts to him in Pittsburgh, and it's all this glory, and it fills my. I genuinely get sad and upset watching him in Denver
Dude, that's how
to
I
watching
feel
him in
about
Pittsburgh.
watching like old Sam Darnold highlights.
Yeah, you get it, right?
We kind of have like the same thing going on this year where we're both like, oh my God, this is gonna be my quarterback this year, and they've been like nothing short of incredible for both of
It's
us.
been awesome. I'm so happy for you guys and so happy for Sam Darnold because last week when you guys have been winning, obviously. You have two losses on the season, but after they beat the Cardinals, people kind of perked their ears up. But after they curb stomped the Falcons, the like we've been sleeping on the Vikings. We don't respect this team enough. That this is a good team, you know.
Yeah,
Is just
I
gotta
don't
feel
really
so
love
good.
how like I honestly I don't love it because I feel like they've been good the whole year. And I don't know why like a win against the Falcons, who are a pretty shitty football team. I don't know why this is waking everybody up.
No, I don't either. I think I think part of it is in the NFL season, there's a lot of story going on and there's a lot developing and you have the Rodgers thing all year and you have the CJ Stroud, Lamar Jackson, all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you get lost in it and you get lost in it. But as things start to settle and as the dust starts to settle, there's always that one team that nobody's been paying attention to. It's actually just been really good. And it was kind of both of our teams. The Steelers got the respect after they won um against the Ravens and then managed to beat they really got a lot of respect after they put up 44 against the Bengals. But
Mhm.
people don't pay attention to especially teams who are starting quarterbacks like the quarterbacks we've been starting.
Yeah.
And now the dust is settled, people know what's going on in the league and they get to turn and they go, "What? The Steelers are 8-3, the Vikings are 11-2? Uh, whoa, maybe we should talk about them a little bit." You know? It's
Yeah,
that
man. Like
weird.
we
I
haven't
don't get
even
it.
lost a bad team. Like we lost to the Lions and the Rams.
Right. We lost to two playoff teams.
Like the Rams just beat the Bills, and the Lions are probably the best team in football right now. Like I don't know. It's interesting how everyone's popping up. Like, oh, Sam Darnold's pretty good. He did have an awesome game. That like 5 touchdowns, 350. Like he played awesome.
He was awesome.
I kind of wonder if he should be in the MVP conversation. Like not win it, but like maybe be mentioned. Because if
I
all goes
agree.
right and Minnesota gets the 1 seed, we beat Detroit week 18, we win out. Like there's definitely some discussion there for Sam Darnold MVP.
Look, if you win out and you win the NFC, I don't know where, at least win the regular season NFC. I don't really know where there's room not to have him in very seriously in that conversation.
Yeah. Can he win comeback
Because
player of the year? Does this count as a comeback?
I've heard the discussion about that. I think he should. I think he should.
It absolutely should count as a comeback.
If, I don't like him and Russ both
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, Ross too.
feel
Yeah,
like comeback stories, right?
I
Like
think
they
Ross.
feel like guys that everyone counted out.
Yeah, I think Ross is in the conversation though, right?
Yeah, for him to be and Darnold not to be makes no sense. Um, Especially when you look at the numbers, Darnold's just so much better this year.
It's a different team. I don't want to say that he's that much better because the teams just operate differently, and we have a lot.
Differently.
We have a ton more weapons on offense than you guys do.
That's Yeah, the receiving core there is insane.
Yeah,
The Addison thing was awesome this week.
dude, he's really good.
I'll be the first kind of to say this. I didn't know he was that good. Um,
Dude, he like I don't know, like I feel like Vikings fans knew he was this good because we watched it last year when Jefferson was out, but a lot of people weren't watching the Vikings last year because they kind of sucked, right? But he was like he stepped in when Jefferson went out and he was like torching people last year. So I mean I felt like he had it in him and then he came back and kind of got off to a slow start after he came back from injury. But now he's been like the go-to guy the last couple weeks.
yeah, and I mean, look, when you have 1-2 punches and the one is Justin Jefferson, who by the way has still been awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
getting triple teamed all year.
he's getting triple teamed. The two is going to look really, really good. It reminds me not entirely of this because I think Addison's a much better player, but it reminds me of how good Juju was with the Steelers when AB was there, where it was like Juju's a pretty good receiver, hit 1,000 yards every year that AB was there, looked unbelievable, mainly because you the other team can't focus any energy on.
Yeah, I even was gonna compare it to like T Higgins and Jamar Chase. I think T Higgins is better, but it feels similar to that where like both guys are
Yeah,
very capable of going off all the time.
yeah. I
And then
mean,
we have
Addison's
TJ
got this
Hawkinson
year.
too. Like it's hard to play defense on
Let's
us.
not.
We got a lot of
We're
weapons.
really forgetting to mention one of my favorite guys of all time,
Mr. Fumble Rooski.
Mr. Naylor, dude.
Oh, Jalen Naylor. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say
Jalen
Aaron
Naylor,
Jones.
dude. Early season touchdown god.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's solid too.
He's super good. Oh, well, not super good, but he's super fun. And it's whenever he scores now, all I think about is you being like, this Naylor guy can't stop scoring at the beginning of the year,
Yeah,
which was
uh,
awesome.
he had like three
Um,
three catches and or 4 catches and 3 touchdowns in the first 3 weeks
Dude,
or
it was so
something.
awesome. He was on the
Crazy.
Westbrook Akine track, dude.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
what I was
where did
just
this
about to
come
say.
from? Or who's the guy in New Orleans who had 3 good weeks? JSN or
Uh, MVS.
MVS. Yeah,
Yeah,
JSN's been awesome too. I didn't see that.
yeah, true.
How cracked were those Ohio State teams?
It's just crazy to have that many NFL guys on one college roster.
Good NFL guys too. JSN, Marvin Harrison, Jamison Williams,
Chris
Chris
Olave.
Olave. I'm missing one too. That's
Justin
probably so
Fields.
off. Oh, Justin Fields, gotta love him. Um, I know I'm missing one too, who's also playing well. So yeah, just but it's just been fun. I'm so happy that you guys are playing well. I'm happy we're playing well. It makes the season so much more enjoyable, and your team is
It's really
actually
cool
good.
that
So
both of our teams are really good too.
yeah, the year we decided to start doing this too, which
Can
is
you
fun.
can you imagine a Super Bowl? I've
Buddy,
thought,
I want to watch the Super Bowl at your house so bad. If we play, I won't be able to even.
dude,
Oh,
bring your dad over.
my dad. We got invited to a Super Bowl party when the Steelers played the Cardinals and the Santonio Holmes catch had happened. My dad and I was in seventh grade, abstained from going. We didn't go. Watched it at my house.
Yeah, I mean that's fair too. Because I probably wouldn't want to go anywhere else if the Vikings were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I have such routine here. It's crazy for the Steeler games. Um, yeah, it's bad. I'll admit it. It's bad. The fact that the game's in the afternoon bothers me because it throws me off of my regular Steeler watching schedule for Sundays. It gives me bad vibes. Um, but why don't we jump into some picks here, I guess, because we've got a full slate, no bye weeks. Finally, no more bye weeks. We got a huge morning, but a pretty big afternoon slate too, which is great. I don't know why it takes this long to get the scheduling right. We've got pretty good games all over the place. It starts on Thursday night. I think this is a fun game. Rams Niners. It's in San Francisco. Both teams coming off pretty awesome wins for themselves. The Niners are favored by 3. The over under set at 49.5. I like the Rams.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused why this three for the Niners. I know they
Yeah,
beat
I
the
am a little
Bears,
bit too.
but like I don't know. Debo's like fat and they're on like their fourth string running back. I don't know, dude. I like the
Yeah.
Rams here too. The
Yeah,
Rams
and
have to win this.
they have to win this. The Rams team that played Buffalo this week was awesome. This is the Shanahan, McVay matchup that we all love to, everybody. One of my least favorite narratives going into this game is like, what these guys, they save stuff for each other. They don't save anything. Okay. McVay doesn't hold anything in his pocket. He just dropped 44 on the Bills. Um, but it does, there is a little extra in the tank. These two dudes have, you know, been tied together for a long time, dating back to the Commanders and I think even before that, Tampa Bay. So, um, this is going to be awesome. But yeah, I like the
Yeah,
Rams.
good
There
Thursday
was
night game.
great Thursday night game. The
They
Rams
did really
offense
good
has
with
so many weapons.
yeah, I was just gonna say they did really good with putting division games on Thursday nights.
Yeah, it's been so much better. It's like kind of sneakily been the best prime time games this year. Have been the Thursday night
Yeah,
games.
well, it
So
feels like I get like a complete like week of football, which I love. Like it starts on Thursday
yeah,
instead of like, oh, I gotta
yeah.
watch uh, Tommy DeVito versus I don't know who was that one guy for the Bears last year, Tyson
Oh
Bagent.
yeah, Tyson Bagent. Yeah.
Remember that? They were like, his dad's an arm wrestler. It's like, cool, man.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah. It does. It feels like the week starts with football. The football week starts with like good fun football. And we've had just
Yeah.
a couple of awesome Thursday nights. So really looking forward to this. Because then you get into Sunday and the Sunday games. There's there are a couple of these games where two bad or two eliminated teams aren't playing each other, and the games just don't mean anything. And example A is Cowboys Panthers. I know technically the Cowboys aren't out yet, but they're out. And this game's in Carolina, and I have huge news for you, Jalen.
We're picking the
Carolina
Panthers.
Panthers are favored in a game.
Yep.
They're favored by 2.5 points. And yeah, I'm picking them.
Yeah, me too.
I'm picking them to cover too.
Yep. And I will be starting Chuba this week in the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, tragic for me scheduling wise on that.
Yeah, that was sad to see, man. Because I was just looking at your bench, like, man, if you just had Harry McLaurin in, you probably win this.
Yeah, I did it. You know what? I eliminated myself on that one.
Yeah,
Bad commissioner. You learn.
it's all right, dude. It's
So
Mickey Mouse League, anyways.
we'll get you in. We got a dynasty cooking. We're gonna be fine. But
Although I
yeah,
will say, whoever your one friend is that drafted McCaffrey, picked up Jordan Mason, dropped McCaffrey to his IR, dropped Jordan Mason, picked up Isaac Guerendo, dropped Isaac Guerendo, and then picked up the new, I think his name's Trent Taylor, the new running back for the Niners. I gotta say, that's impressive work.
we got to give this guy a shot. What's the team name?
Oh, you'll know who it is. Let me see. It's just like I'm just like, how did he get all four of these guys?
Is he
It's
in the playoffs?
oh yeah, I'm playing him. It's Wyatt.
Oh, it's Wyatt. Shout out Wyatt. 6 and 7. He actually listens to the pod, so shout out Wyatt.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna kill him, dude.
No, don't even put that on me right now. His team is like, dude, he has Jamar Chase and Brock Bowers and like he has a good team.
Yeah, and Cooper Rush, dude.
Dude, look, Cooper Rush, if he gives you 15 to 17, like it's good, you know? There's not that much
Yeah,
separation between like a I don't know, the fifth place quarterback and like the 15th, right? Like the only separation is really like Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson. After that, it's kind of a toss up.
yeah. That's a good point. But you have one of those top guys, you're in heaven, man.
Yeah, unless they're playing the Steelers.
Yeah, unless they're playing the Steelers.
Yep.
Um,
But yeah, shout out
we'll get to
Wyatt.
that.
Good work.
Shout out Wyatt. Good stuff, man. Way to stay dedicated to the waiver wire. It's honestly impressive. You did the full, to do the full Niner running back room. Pretty impressive. Next game. Break. For God's sakes, Browns, do something for me. It's Browns versus Chiefs. The Chiefs are 4 point favorites. Um, it's in Cleveland. Jameis has been the most Jameis that he could be the past 2 weeks. Great throws, amazing plays, threw for 400 yards. The touchdown he threw in the first quarter against the Steelers, really great throw. And then pick sixes and interceptions. He has the quote, everybody's seen it. I love Jameis so much. It actually hurts me when he doesn't play well because I know that it's part of the experience seeing him throw pick sixes and stuff, but I want him to improve and get past that. I want him to improve and get past that this week more than I've ever wanted it in my entire life. I'm so sick of the Chiefs winning in the same way. The Chiefs have won 7 of their last 6, and they have not covered the spread once.
Yes, 0-7 against the spread. That's why it's so low. And that's why they're gonna cover.
Yeah, you're taking the Chiefs to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns to cover, Chiefs to win.
Okay. I think Harry Butt's back this week.
Oh, sick, dude. That really changes things, right? Because the other guy was
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, that guy was so bad. I don't think he
He just
missed
hit
a field
four
goal.
game-winning field goals.
Yeah.
He had to clank that one off the pipe, dude, to go in too.
This is this is like blood magic that they're using. I yeah. I'm not gonna watch this game. I'm not gonna watch any Chiefs games the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. I will watch.
Yeah,
Well, I
we
will be watching them because they play the Steelers. But
Oh yeah, I'll watch that one because it's on Christmas, but I won't be happy about it.
no,
I will be
I hate
a
them.
massive Steelers fan that day.
It's in Pittsburgh too, so you don't have to worry about the like in Arrowhead with Taylor Swift here on Christmas.
She might show up to Pittsburgh.
Oh, she'll be there. It's just gonna suck.
Dude,
Oh, I hate it.
what if Taylor Swift disrespects the towel?
The Tau Magic might be stronger.
I don't know,
Tau
dude.
Tau Magic's like 20-0, man.
What if it just it is, but it's 20-0 against like DBs that get an ego. It's not like, she's like the
Yeah,
queen of
of
of the
Black
Chiefs
Magic.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if she disrespects
Uh,
the towel and then it just sends your whole franchise into a spiral?
I'll buy every album she's ever made and burn it on Instagram Live, dude. I'll do
No,
it.
it
I swear to
it
God,
would
I'll
be
do it.
so funny to see her like throw a towel down and then have their season just go to shit.
I almost want a Magic matchup here, Taylor versus the Towel,
Oh,
but
that's great journalism right there.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a question. Uh, Let us know in the comments if you think the Towel Magic is better than Taylor Magic. The
Yeah,
only reason this
can we get a
podcast
poll?
blows up, dude. You get a poll. Swifties, get at me, dude. Oh God. All right. Dolphins, Texans. This game's in Houston. The Dolphins, since Tua's been back, have been better, but couldn't afford to lose a game and have lost one. It looks like their season's slowly ending. Houston's favored by 2.5 at home. It feels weird. I don't know why, but it just feels like forever since I've enjoyed watching a Houston game.
Yeah, they're off
And
the bye, so I think they needed
yeah,
the
they're
bye
off the
pretty
bye.
bad.
Yeah, and I think December is going to be really good to them. I know that they have some awful matchups. Like they go Chiefs Ravens, um, and we go Ravens Chiefs. So they're just on the opposite side of that gauntlet. They play it in the inverse, which sucks. But the timing and stuff is going to start linking up. And I know that in that game against Tennessee that they lost, there was that illegal shift that was like the key example of guys who haven't been playing together. Where that doesn't happen, they probably win. This feels like a game that the Texans come out and just bury the Dolphins season and hopefully start to go on a little run for my sake. I'm going to take them to cover and win.
Yeah, I am as well. I kind of have to because I've been uh, defending this team all year, so I can't quit now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of it too. I think we've both been kind of on the Texans
Also, if
wagon, so
dude, if the Jets can take this team to overtime, the Texans should be able to beat them.
exactly. And there's nothing it's not like you can point to that Jets game and say, well, it meant more. It's this. I know it's a division game, but those two teams have no history. And the Jets are completely useless at this point, which is kind of a nice segue because the Jets
Perfect segue.
Jaguars is the next game, and yeah, like you just said, the Jets managed to take Houston or take uh, Miami to overtime. It was the first time that their offense looked even like it looked like it had a pulse. The Jags are the Jags. This has been a season from hell for them, which is every season apparently. They're coming off a win against the Texans. Big fucking deal about that. Big deal. I don't really care. And they're I don't know. Lawrence is probably done for the year, right?
Yeah, it's Mac Jones time.
Yeah. Jets are favored on the road in Jacksonville by 3. I can't believe the Jets are favored in anything, but I don't even know what to do.
I don't
This
either.
feels like a
Um, I
classic Rodgers just sucks.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. They looked kind of good against the Dolphins.
Still managed to lose.
Oh, for sure. In incredible fashion. They took the lead. There's 44 seconds left. They kicked the
Right.
ball off. The Dolphins have like a 40-yard kick return, and he, Tua does a quick out to Tyreek, and then all of a sudden they're in field goal range and they tie it. And
Yep.
I was watching it like, how did you guys lose this game? Like, it's
Because
incredible.
they're the Jets.
It's kind of like how the Bears lose games.
Right. Because I want to roll the dice because Brian Thomas is on my fantasy team. I'm taking the Jags.
Hey, uh, Jags card. Okay, I need a game out of Garrett Wilson, which means I need a game out of Aaron Rodgers. So I'm gonna take the Jets to win, and I'm gonna take the Jags to cover.
Okay. You're doing the point thing.
No, it's I mean field goal seems about right for this
Yeah, it
matchup.
does. It does.
This is
It'll be
also what
fun.
I do when I have no clue who's gonna win.
This is a brutal game.
Yeah,
I won't be watching much of that game.
I will. Begging him to throw the ball to Garrett Wilson, but
I can't wait till they beat the will out of you to watch that game, dude.
dude, I just know Roger's gonna throw to his boyfriend 17 times. Ah,
Just two
so bad.
guys, having a catch.
Yep. We're just having fun out there.
Just having fun, man. And you know what? It was just like we were out there playing like when we were kids, man. That's what football's about. That was so good from Bill and Sal this week.
Yeah, that was
Laughing
perfect.
so hard. Next game is an awesome game because I think anytime I get to watch uh Jaden Daniels, I'm a happy man. And I I was thinking about the Saints this morning and teams that are in such bad shape. And the Saints are in such bad shape. And I never really watch them. But also Taysom Hill. And so they're
He's
very,
dead.
you know,
No, he's dead.
is he done? No.
Yes, he tore his ACL. He tore it last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, see, dude, this is what happens when you don't watch the Saints and you're in finals. You just don't even know. So he's done.
Yeah, yeah, he's done.
Okay. Oh, oh, now I'm seeing it. Oh, this
Yeah, Derek
sucks,
Carr's
dude.
out too.
Oh, dude. Never mind. This game isn't awesome. This game sucks.
I should have just let you go with it, dude. You sound like you're about to pick the Saints to cover.
No, no, I was going to take the Commanders. I'm going to take them all the way. I don't know. I was just saying, like, I don't have a lot of excuses to watch the Saints, and I was looking forward to, like, seeing some of the weird shit that they were doing that I wasn't seeing because, well, they're really miserable to watch. for the most part.
Yeah, they'll
And
be awful this week to watch.
yeah, wow, wow, what a horrible year for them. The Olave thing, Taysom, now this. This is bad news, man.
Yeah, their coach. It's been a tough year.
It's been a tough year. Um, Damn. Okay. Well, fuck. I don't know, ball. Next game. Fuck it. Just move on. I'm taking the
Holy
Commanders. Who are you taking?
shit. I'm taking the Commanders. I was just
What's
reacting to
up?
the next game's spread. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane for a football game. Whoa.
16 and a half, dude.
Yeah, Ravens at Giants. This is a road game, and this is
Oh
the
my
spread.
god. Um, I'm gonna take the 16 and a half, I guess. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's God. The silence
What
says it all. I'm gonna take the Ravens,
a-
dude. Fuck it. I'm gonna roll the dice.
Do
The Ravens are coming off a bye week. Go Ravens.
you think they just beat the shit out of the Giants?
Yeah, I do. I think the Ravens are looking to beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, and Drew, they can't score right now. The Giants can't.
No,
Oh my
no,
God, this
they're
game
terrible.
sucks.
It's terrible.
16 and a half, so they have to. Oh, dude, that's an incredible line. I don't know if I'll see another one like it the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's insane. That's the biggest line of the year, right? Has to be. I don't remember anything
By
like that.
by far, I think. Actually, I
Yeah,
think
that
the
speaks.
Chiefs Raiders was like 13 and a half.
Yeah, that's still wow.
It's different though. It's the Chiefs.
Yeah, and this is the worst Giants. Dude, this Giants team is so bad.
Yeah. The Ravens need a big win too. I feel like they've been
They
slipping a
do.
little bit.
And that's part of the reason why I think they're going to come out and punch a team in the mouth.
So does that mean we take the over?
Yeah, we kind of have to, right?
Because if they're gonna win by 17, surely they'll score. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Good
All
logic.
right. Well,
I've kind of forgotten about
definitely
the over-unders. Kind
they're
of
too
swear off
risky.
of them. All
Yeah,
right.
I don't think I'm gonna
Wow.
watch a second of that game. So
No, no. Unless Lamar's just unreal and I have to turn it on.
good chance of
So,
that.
yeah. There's always that. That's the thing about the Ravens is they're always watchable because Lamar could just do
For
something
sure.
incredible. But
Yeah, Derrick Henry cut
the
his dreads
Ravens.
off too.
Oh,
Yeah.
mid-season haircut, dude.
Yeah, they're saying he lost his aura, but
Mm, I'd
I
have gained a new
disagree.
one though, dude.
Yeah.
For people who are saying that they never watched Sakura cut her hair when she was fighting Eno.
Facts, it's like the same thing, dude. That's a great dude. That would be a banger tweet, I feel like. That's so good. The hell? How did I not think of that?
I don't know, dude. That's a very you thing to think of, dude.
Yeah, because I love Sakura.
You're a huge Sakura fan.
Yeah,
For the people who don't know, man, Jalen loves Sakura.
uh yeah. Especially in that final
Uh,
war, she was so awesome.
oh, dude, so useful, dude.
Such a girl boss.
When she was out there with Sasuke and Naruto on their level, don't forget about her.
Yeah, don't forget about this pink hair right here. Don't forget about this stupid healer that does nothing.
That does nothing, dude. Like Kishimoto just hates women characters, dude. Just wrote them so terribly.
Besides Tsunade.
Yeah, besides Tsunade and like Conan, dude.
Oh man. Naruto. I haven't thought about Naruto in a while.
I've been rewatching the Pain arc, dude.
Dude, you love rewatching stuff.
I'm a rewatcher, man.
I'm not.
I'm a rewatcher. I know. You're a one and done.
It's just not the same. I only get that first reaction one time, man.
One time? Yeah, well, yeah, that's how it works.
I know, but like people watch stuff over and over. I'm like, how does this?
No, I know.
It's not as fun.
I'm yeah, but here's the thing, dude, like you're the one who's not doing it. Everyone else is doing it.
I know it drives me crazy too. My dad does this all the time, dude. He'll watch the same shows over and over and over.
Does your
Like,
dad have like
dude,
movies that he'll see on cable and he'll be like, "Gotta watch it."
yes, dude. It's Deadpool. He loves Deadpool.
Oh, dude.
Anytime Deadpool's
For
on, he's like, "Oh, I gotta watch it."
oh, dude, that's for my dad, it's The Big Lebowski. It's on. It doesn't matter if the movie's got 20 minutes left or 2 hours. We're watching it, man. Oh, that's so good.
Such a dad thing.
Oh, such a dad thing to do. Like, oh well, dude, there's my movie. We're watching it.
Yeah,
Laughs, dude. Does he laugh at the same joke? And
the same things every time, dude.
yeah, yeah, dude.
Like I laugh at watching him rewatch stuff. Like that's my entertainment
He'll
because I've
watch it
already
through the
seen the
commercial
movie.
breaks.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, my dad's super anti-commercial. He'll just record it.
That's even better, dude. Oh, this is on. Better record it for later.
Dude, he just has it saved.
See, the only guy using TO still, dude.
Oh no, he's a YouTube TV guy now. I converted him while I was living there.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our
Oh,
Ravens Giants preview.
yeah, there you go, folks. Oh, this is what happens when we take a bye week. We get a little tangenty. Uh, Next game is Bengals Titans. Bengals are favored by 4.5. I've watched a lot of Bengals this year. I'm so upset that I'm not going to get to watch them in the postseason. I
Or
think
are
that their
you?
offense is awesome. Or I am. No, dude, I decided today that I'm not going to reserve hope for that.
What if they run the table?
I will be thrilled and they still won't get in.
No, all they can do is hurt you at this point.
Right. No, the saddest part is now I kind of have to actively cheer for them to give up because we have to play them the final week of the season, and I don't want to be losing to them to be something that causes the Steelers to either have to be a wild card team or play the Ravens in the first round. I don't want that to be a reality. So,
I know you don't want it, but I would love to see that matchup first round.
oh, the whole world would. The whole world. Oh, you'll get it in the second round
Yeah.
uh, if the Ravens manage. But yeah, so and the Steelers manage. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna take the
I'm gonna
Bengals
take the
here.
big. Nice. Yeah, me too. I was just about to say
Okay,
it. I think they can win by a touchdown.
I do too, and I think that
Titans looked so bad last week,
that's
but
the thing. Yeah,
they'll probably cover. But you know,
God, I can't imagine. And I'm going to be completely honest with the people out there. Don't want to surprise you with anything. Not watching a lot of Titans football this year. Not in detail, at least. I've got them on the quad box when they're playing somebody worth watching. Like, they've played a lot of teams that are worth watching recently. They played the Vikings, they played the Texans, they played the Commanders. But and they played the Chargers, they played the Bills, and they played the Lions. Like, their schedule kind of sucks now looking at it. But I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm not watching this team with enough detail to tell you, like, oh well, they have this tendency to do this or that. I just think that I've watched enough Bengals and I've seen a little bit of enough of the Titans to tell you that I think the Bengals are going to be able to handle business.
not a big Ty J Spears guy.
No, man,
Hmm.
no.
Well, the
I actually
Titans
got
are.
Tony Pollard in one of my leagues, so
Yeah. Good luck with that.
yeah, thinking about starting Westbrook Akine in my keeper league too, because the Bengals' pass defense sucks.
God, what a rush that would be to start him and have him go off in the playoffs.
It's the thing is that I have to start him over Thomas Robinson
Who?
or Brian Thomas, dude. What the fuck, Brian
Thomas
Thomas?
Robinson.
I haven't gotten that name right all year. I just want everyone to know I will not get Brian Thomas's name right until the day that I die on the first try. It's that or him or Shakir, which is a little bit more viable.
Thomas Robinson is a basketball player.
Yeah, dude, I'm
That's where I
aware
know that
now that I
from.
think about it. Yeah, did he play for
Nah, dude.
Kansas?
Yeah, he did play for Kansas.
Yeah, there
He
you go.
plays for Taipei Taishin Mars now.
Oh, they're sick too.
Yeah. I love international ball.
Yeah, dude. Been watching a lot of Euro, NBA Euro.
Uh, but is that even Euro? Pretty sure the
No,
Chinese
that's
league is
that's China.
different.
It's China, but when I think foreign ball, I think Euro. I don't think China. That's just where I think
Yeah,
players go to get a bag.
facts. They
Um,
definitely do.
all right, next game because wow, another healthy tangent due to my inability to remember names. Shout out my mom, got that from her. Uh, Patriots Cardinals. The Cards are 6.5 point favorites against the Patriots in Arizona. Feels like too many points to me. I know that the Cardinals have been on a free fall lately, but well, actually, yeah, I know that the Cardinals have been on a free fall lately, and I have no idea how you can justify them being 6.5 point favorites. That's the take that I was looking for somewhere in my brain. And I know the Patriots haven't played well lately, but 6.5 points is ridiculous. I'm going to take the Pats to cover Cards to win.
Well, I'm gonna take the Cardinals to cover. Don't
Oh,
ask. Yeah, don't ask why.
I'm going to
I'm
ask
also
because
gonna.
is this
Okay, this is fantasy related. Um, need a big need a big day out of um Mister Mister Running Back
JC
today.
himself, dude?
Yeah, I need a big day out of him, and I would love for Trey McBride to catch his first touchdown of the season. As crazy as that sounds.
Next year, Trey McBride is going to score 50 touchdowns, dude. How has he not scored this year? There's got to be a regression to the norm here.
It's insane. He has a rushing touchdown and a fumble recovery touchdown.
Ugh.
I wonder what the odds on Trey McBride no touchdowns for the 2024 season was.
I don't even. You know what?
It's
I don't
probably
know if
not
I
even.
want to know.
Yeah. Someone out there did it.
Somebody, yes, well, yeah, that's the really sad part is somebody out there did do it, and they're just praying that this guy doesn't score, dude.
He's gonna score by the end of the year.
He's got like the third most receiving yards of any tight end. No, he has the second most receiving yards of any tight end in the league, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's insanely good.
Well, this week, dude, put it out there, put it in the air.
Yeah.
Hey, Colts Broncos, a game that means so much to the Colts. It actually means so much to both teams, but more to the Colts. The Broncos are 3.5 point favorites at home. Another team that I was thinking about today while I was driving into school. The Colts, I don't want them to make the playoffs. I don't want to watch this team. I don't really enjoy the Anthony Richardson experience. I don't know. Can you point to something that you like about watching them?
Nothing. Well, actually, the Triangle of Terror. But besides
Yes,
that,
dude. I was
nothing.
hoping you would say it.
Yeah, dude. These guys, I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? They're just the Triangle of Terror, Mike.
Do you want to hear something a little funny about the Triangle of Terror? I looked this up.
Yeah.
Zaire Franklin
Yep.
has 135 tackles. That's number one in the NFL.
That's
Nick
insane.
Nick Cross has 125 tackles. That's
Oh
number
my
four in the
god.
NFL. The Triangle of Terror is real, dude. At least two portions of it.
Yeah, I forgot who the other one was. It EJ Speed? Is that the other one?
It is, and EJ Speed has 117 tackles. He's the 10th
Oh
most
my
tackles in the league,
god.
dude.
Dude,
Yes,
this team
dude.
this team is on defense a lot. That's what those stats tell me
He's on defense all the time.
constantly. Those are crazy
I don't know.
stats, dude. Three guys in the top 10.
Has there ever been a team with three guys in the top 10 in tackles in modern
Dude, Chris
era?
Chris Collinsworth knows ball.
It's college for nose ball, dude. The Triangle of Terror is real.
That's pretty awesome though. Good for them.
Yeah, I saw that. I was looking up tackle leaders. I was like, wait a minute, the Triangle of Terror is alive.
Yeah, the thing that I've brought up the last 7 weeks, just because I thought it was funny, it's actually real.
Here's a group of guys. They're see ball, get ball.
Yeah, they're God, he was losing his mind that game, and for good reason.
And apparently for great reason, man.
God, those
This is a
guys,
Triangle of
man,
Terror podcast, okay?
they've got 3 years worth of tackles in one season. We're not
I've
even
never
done with the
seen that
season
before.
either. That's a lot of tackles. Why have I not been
Is
betting
anybody
on
else on
them?
their team making tackles?
Yes.
Yeah, wait. I'm looking at it. The next guy on their team has 77 tackles, dude.
Oh, so they really
He's
they just take them all.
58th. They're just taking all the tackles. And their
God,
defense is obviously on the field all the time because uh, they have Richardson at quarterback, dude, who's just a machine of misery for a viewer's experience for how physically talented he is. He is so frustrating to watch.
yeah. Yeah, he's young though. He'll be all right.
He is, yeah, he's only
What is he,
22
20?
years old.
Yeah, 22. He'll be all right, especially with that defense.
With the triangle of terror, anything's possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Broncos though.
Yeah, same here. And I'm going to take
I
him to
think
cover.
I think 3.5 is kind of insulting to them,
I do too.
especially at home.
I do too. Yeah, with
It's
the way that
a good
I
football
know they're
team.
coming off a bye. They're a good football team, and I know they're coming off the bye, and you forget about guys on the bye week, right? They didn't play last week. Um, they did. I'm gonna really, really look like I don't know ball, but no, I'm good. Uh, the week before they looked so good. I thought they looked really good in week 13. I think the
Against the
Bo Nix
Browns.
thing is, yeah, with Bo Nix just slinging it, dude. I didn't think that he'd be able to do that this early in his career.
No, he's good, man. He's a really solid player. I need to see the second year fall off and then a rebound in the third year still, but
Yeah,
he definitely has game.
yeah, and it says something to. He didn't really win that game as much as his defense won that game, but to be able to go and win on Monday night, the Browns are hanging around. That Browns team is annoying. Their defense is pretty dang good. Um, I'm impressed. I don't know. I've kind of been a Bo Nix hater for a long time, and I'm just coming off of it now. It's like not worth it.
Yeah, Bo Lever.
I'm a Bo lever. I'm Bo neutral, dude, but I'm Bo curious as fuck.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
I'm Bo curious.
He's he's good, man. Sean Payton tricked us all, just like he said.
Oh, dude, the one thing I can't stand about Sean Payton is anytime he gets the chance, he's like, "This guy reminds me of Drew Brees." I think he
Guy
said it
just
about
loves Drew
Tua.
Brees.
He just loves to, and he just sees a little bit of Drew Brees in anybody. You know, he obviously didn't see it in Russ, but he sees it in most quarterbacks.
Yeah, man. I mean, he said he got the steal of the draft, and it'd be funny if he was right. Like in 5 years, Bo Nix is just insanely good.
Yeah, I mean he's taken this team to he's going to take this team I think to the playoffs, which is crazy. This Broncos team I had not thought that they were going to be capable of this at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, I've been a Cortland Sutton defender for since he torched us last year, and he's having a great season.
Yeah, dude, and I'm a hater. I was a Cortland Sutton hater. I'm not anymore.
Dude, he's good. He's really tall. I don't know. He's just a really underrated wide receiver, I think.
That's Yeah, I mean you're right, and it's starting to it does feel really good to see a guy whose career has been it's not even up and down. It's just like almost constant disappointment. Part of it is the fantasy thing.
Yeah.
To finally get the guy who can get him the ball, who to be the focal point of a legitimate offense. And the Russ thing I think was sad, right? Because it didn't work out and Russ got villainized, but he wasn't using Sutton. Something There was a disconnect there. So it's nice to see him finally pan out.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they could pick a running back because they're splitting carries between like three of them right now. But
It'd also be nice if they could get another receiver other than Sutton on this team.
I think they like Devon Vele.
Yeah, but you want to hear some startling stats?
Sure.
Cortland Sutton, in 13 games, has 63 receptions on 104 targets for 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. The next receiver on their team, the second most yards, is Devon Vele, who has 33 receptions,
So bad.
377 yards and a touchdown.
Wow. Yeah, that's not good. He's young though.
No, Vele's young. I think they like him. I think, and obviously, I'm kind of a Vele guy. He's a Utah guy, um, and it's great to see him in his second year do some stuff. He's, I think a viable option, but you'd like to see him get maybe more of a true number two. I think Vele is more of a three.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So he's a big yard guy. I mean, Vele is averaging, you know, I guess, well, not too big of a yard guy. 11 yards a catch. His longs for 37. But he's a big body. He's a huge dude. I just think that's what will service his career best is to be a guy that you can maybe take the hood off a little bit, red zone threat. But until they're able to get another guy in there, Sutton's just going to eat. And shout out Cody Barton, leading the team in tackles. Grew up down the
Yeah.
street from me, so gotta love him. Uh, so the afternoon slate, I guess I forgot to draw the marker, put the line in the sand when the afternoon starts, is awesome. It's the first time the afternoon slate really is going to have the quad box rocking because you got the Colts Broncos game. That means a lot. And then you got this next game, which is Bills Lions. Probably the game of the week, but I don't know. There's another game that we're going to get to soon that is got something to say about it. The Bills are going to Detroit, coming off of a crazy loss. Josh Allen has been unbelievable since we last did the podcast. He has 10 touchdowns. One that he threw to himself, technically, has been in his bag, making his case for MVP. The Lions have been Chief like in their wins. The win this week was Chief like. They, hung around, hung around, hung around. Packers gave them everything they had, and at the end of the game, a couple of things went their way, and they end up winning. They're 2.5 point favorites. This is where it gets really hard because is Buffalo going to lose 2 games in a row? They did it
Doesn't
earlier in
seem
the year, lost to the Ravens and the Texans back to back. Then they went on an 8-game winning streak. What's your pick?
got to take the Lions, man.
Yeah,
Bills cover though.
I'm going to take the Bills. What is your Bills take right now? What do you think of this team?
Um, I don't really know. I know what I think of Josh Allen, but I don't know what I think of his team, if that makes sense. I don't like, there's not like a guy on the team besides Josh Allen. It feels that's like consistently producing every week. Like, even James Cook, as good as he is, like, they'll just not use him at all some weeks. And then they'll have like
Yeah, and
Mac Hollins catch a touchdown, and then the next week it's Shakir, and then like it's Cooper when he is healthy. Like, I don't know, man. It really just feels like it's just Josh Allen or die every week.
they do seem limited. Like where's Coleman been? What's
I
going
think
on
he's
with that? Yeah, I think he's hurt too. When he comes back, maybe. Well, no, he's healthy. the Amari Cooper thing, I think, has hurt the Coleman stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and I think Cooper was supposed to be that guy, but I don't know if he's that guy yet. I think it takes a little bit of time to develop that chemistry and timing. But you're right. It does feel like this is Josh Allen and then a random receiver that week.
Yeah.
And we've seen that work. That recipe has worked for teams who have won Super Bowls. It was kind of a Patriots thing for a while. It was like, yeah, you got Gronk, but Brady was using a different guy. They were beating you in different ways every week. And there is a piece of this that's missing. I don't know what it is yet. I think that they're going to start using Cook a little bit. There's some wisdom in saying we're not going to run our guy into the dirt that we're going to need in January.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Josh Allen's going to lose 2 games in a row this late in the season.
I just don't know if the Lions are gonna lose at home.
Yeah, it's a crazy. The matchup's awesome. I will try to consume every minute of this game, but it is butting up against Steelers Eagles game. But yeah, it's going to be a great game, Jalen.
Yeah, and I think if Josh Allen or if the Bills win this, I think Josh Allen is a lock for MVP. Like I think this is the game where he can win it.
Yep, and
I
he knows
do,
that.
however, think that Dan Campbell has been telling his team, specifically his defense, all week that Josh Allen is going to come into Detroit and try to win the MVP. And I trust Dan Campbell.
I like it. It's good. Yeah, coaching matchup. The Lions have the edge.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't.
They come to play every week, man. Everybody on that team is ready to play every single week.
They're they're so on it, man.
Everybody,
It's
even the guys they're switching in on defense, like it, they're just one unit, all of them. And
is
not
this
to
a
mention
Super Bowl,
their
a potential
kicker
Super Bowl
is,
matchup?
yes, definitely. I will say I definitely favor the Lions kicker. He's won them like 4 or 5 games this year.
Jake Bates is good, dude. That's
He's
so important
insanely
for a
good.
cursed team.
Yeah. And Tyler Bass is, eh, I could see a
He's known to
miss.
miss. He's
I could
known to
see a hook
miss, dude.
in this game for sure.
Yeah,
But either way, I mean, this is going to be all. I hope it's a really close game. I do not care at all who wins this. Um, I would probably prefer the Bills just because that gives the Vikings a better chance at the 1 seed. But yeah, I don't care who wins this. I just want it to be a fun game.
me too. Yeah,
And I
I mean,
need
I
Jameer
always
Gibbs.
lean Josh Allen.
Yeah. I need Jameer Gibbs and the number one blocking wide receiver in the league to show up for me huge this week.
The Bills' defense has some question marks. Good defenses don't give up 44 points. I don't care who you're playing.
I just think guys get so tired playing the Lions too.
They're gonna they're gonna run the ball, dude.
They just beat the shit out of you with their running backs, and then they hit you like Jamison Williams. He's really good too. Like even Tim Patrick, they'll just. I mean, dude caught
Right.
2 touchdowns. Like,
Yeah, I
and then
mean
it's
they've got
Laporta.
Tim
It's like
Patrick out there.
they have so many guys on their team.
It's they're built so well.
Yeah,
It's down the stretch. This is just going to be awesome. They're going to be so fun in the playoffs. It's going to
yeah.
be. I'm so excited.
I kind of hope they win it. Like, obviously, I want the Vikings to win, but I I would love to see a Lions Super Bowl as well, which is crazy because I came into this year pretty anti-Lions, but fantasy will
You
change
did.
them.
It will change a man, dude.
But I
It
will
was the
say,
first thing on your hate list, dude.
I will say, if these guys suck this week and I lose, it's fuck the Lions forever. They will be
I
no
love
better
it,
than
dude.
Green Bay.
I love it. If they weren't on your fantasy team, I think you'd still be like, fuck the line.
For sure, dude. Besides, I actually like, well, I love watching Jameer Gibbs.
I do too. I love
It's like,
you know what? I like watching the Lions.
that's the problem. Like, even if you wanted to hate them, they just play like really fun football to watch. Like I don't know, they're just good, and I love a team that could run the football. So watching those two is like my favorite thing I get to watch every week. Just Montgomery, Gibbs, just over and over and over.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. They're fun. Sandwiched between two awesome games is actually a very watchable game. A game that means, again, a lot. I mean, this afternoon slate is just full of games that mean a lot to the teams that are playing in it. And this game means a ton to both of these teams. It's Bucks Chargers in LA. Chargers are favored by 3 points. I think that's interesting. I know that there's like the home field thing and they're traveling across the country. Uh, the Chargers have almost no home field advantage. They're they can barely fill that stadium with half their fans. But the Bucks have put together a shockingly good season. This is the last bump in the road for them. I think, after this they've got Dallas, Carolina, and New Orleans. I'm not certain that this game means a lot to them because they need to win they need to win out to feel comfortable about their playoff spot. The Falcons aren't out of the way yet, and the Chargers need this because they're fighting for their wild card seat. And there are, some teams, although I don't think they have too legitimate of a bid like the Colts and the Bengals that are still in the, rear view mirror. And a win here goes a long way to securing that spot. I'll take the Chargers to win, but the Bucks to cover the 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wrote down for myself. I hope the Bucks win this though.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I want that for Baker.
I just want them in the playoffs really bad.
Little throwback story. I saw Baker play the Chargers in LA when he was on the Browns like 3 or 4 years ago at SoFi. And it was an awesome game. Total shootout. And I'm hoping that this time Baker gets the dub.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I don't know. I like the Bucks. They're fun. They're actually, I mean, they got to be the only team that's beat the Lions and the Eagles this year too.
I know.
It's crazy.
They've got some oddly impressive wins on their schedule, man. Lions,
They
Eagles,
beat the shit out of the Eagles too.
right? That was like the peak. Eagles are done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited. This afternoon slate's great. I hope I can find time to split my attention. Uh, because this next game is going to be everything, Jalen. This next game means so much to me, and it really shouldn't mean anything to either team because it's not in the division, but both these teams want the win here. The Eagles want the win to stay right behind the Lions. They're red hot. The Steelers want the win. to stay 2 games away from the Ravens in a stretch where they have to play the Ravens and the Chiefs and the Eagles and the Bengals. We've talked about the Steelers enough today. The Eagles have been unbelievable since losing to the Bucks. They eke a win out against the Panthers, but those kinds of wins I think are so important. They beat up on the Ravens. Their defense looks awesome. I will not pick against my team. It's a 5.5 point spread. I'm going to take the Steelers
Okay. I'm gonna take the Eagles, but I'm gonna
to
take the
cover as
Steelers to
well.
cover. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Five and
The
a
five
half
and a
is
half points is insane to me. Am I crazy
George
for thinking
Pickens
that's
has
too
to be
big?
out.
Yeah, I think he's not going to play for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, probably smart.
He's got a second degree strain or tear of his quad or
Of
groin
his
or quad,
brain.
one of those two. Oh, dude, there's no fixing that.
Dude, I saw some tweets about that kid on LSU that like the wide receiver, I think his last name's Lacey, but he's like unhinged and he's one of those guys that like unloads the clip all the time.
Oh,
Um
nice. Yeah.
they're saying
Future
the Steelers
Steelers, what
should
you're
draft
saying.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pair him with
That's a future
Pickens.
Steeler. Oh, we'll have the gunman, dude.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, man. We'll just live for 15-yard penalties after huge plays. I love how George Pickens, my dad's really fascinated in the George Pickens constant penalty drama. And they're really trying to discourage these guys from the gun thing, and I agree with it. You shouldn't be don't be celebrating by pretending to shoot somebody. And after George Pickens had this like huge catch against oh
Did he
god.
like snipe someone in the crowd, right?
Yeah, he like puts his finger up and he clearly is making a gun motion, and it was against the Bengals, and that was a tight game and we needed that play. And dude, my dad was like, "What an idiot! What the fuck? What is he doing?" And then again, my dad gets all of he reads Steeler news all week long, building up to the game. He goes, "Dude, George Pickens is trying to say that he was making a first down motion. Can you believe that? What is Tomlin doing? He's got to get these guys under control."
Dude, what do you want him to say? Like, oh yeah, he pulled out a gun and shot someone I saw in the crowd.
Right? Yeah, like why are we even asking George Pickens what he was doing there?
No, he's awesome. He's
He's
like
fun,
one of the
man.
most fun watches in the whole league. I'm sad he's out.
He's he's been great, and it sucks that he's out. I'm hoping that we can figure something out with the offense this week. I don't know. This is not a timely injury. Obviously, no injury is timely, but this one sucks. So
Nah, hit him versus C.J. Gardner Johnson would have been incredible.
awesome, dude. Uh
Oh well.
yeah, that's another thing. The Eagles' defense is so so good.
Yeah, yeah, it's very good, and
Yeah,
it's led by two white guys too, which is crazy.
yeah. Blankenship and
Well, I
DeJean.
guess I guess one's a safety, so that's not crazy. But the white corner is crazy.
Yeah, and he's been awesome.
He's
And
really
and
good.
and what's crazy is he's a rookie. Their other rookie corner is better.
He got torched by
Period.
Thielen last week, but yeah, he's really good too.
I think yeah, Quinyon Mitchell. I think that he's like not. I know that it's not on the injury report. I know that he was like nursing a mild injury, but what scares me about this game for the Steelers is there is a world where it is entirely realistic that our offense just can't get anything going and it gets ugly really quick and then we end up getting killed and the narrative about us just changes super fast. But
Kind of
part of
on
that is going to
script
be
though.
that we don't have Pickens. Oh, it's totally
Yeah.
on, right? Like, get killed. We're going to Baltimore next week. Baltimore's favored by, 4.5 points, and then the Steelers beat Ball. It's going to be that kind of thing, like where we get killed, and everybody's like, "This is what we thought that the Steelers were." But Pickens means a
Yep.
lot to that offense.
Uh,
So
yeah, he's kind of everything in their pass game
right, right, and I'm
against
super
good
stoked that the
teams at
Mike
least.
Williams thing's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, against yeah. Uh so we'll see. We'll see. Calvin Austin, Mike Williams, Pat Fryermuth, Van Jefferson,
Don't forget him.
Scotty Miller.
Nope. The other one.
I said Calvin Austin.
No, dude. You're forgetting one guy.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Washington comments. My dad now knows that we talk about it on the podcast. I can tell that he's trying not to say it, dude. It slips. It slips so hard. Just like, where is he? Why isn't he out there?
I need a touchdown this week from him.
Oh, I'm thinking about making my dad for Christmas a shirt that says "Get the ball to Washington."
Yeah, something like that would be super funny to give him.
I'm seriously thinking about it. So we'll see. Uh, all right. That is the end of the afternoon slate on Sunday. We move into Sunday night. Another game that's pretty good. Packers Seahawks in Seattle. Packers are 2.5 point favorites. The Packers are a really confusing team. Up and down feels like the wrong phrase. They're inconsistent. Uh they beat team. I mean, the loss to the Lions, they looked about as good as anybody's looked against the Lions all year.
Besides the Vikings.
Besides the Vikings, who got screwed on a face mask call. I'm so sick of the missed face masks, by the way.
No, that was the Rams game.
Oh, that was the Rams game.
Jake
That's
Bates
right.
kicked like a 58-yarder to beat us by two.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That sucked.
is what it is.
It was so long ago, though, Jalen.
It was like week 6.
Yeah. Wow. I
Sam
can't wait for your
Darnold's
guys' final
twice
matchup.
the man he was.
At least.
Yeah, at least
Uh,
maybe 3 times the man.
but for as inconsistent as the Packers are, Jalen, the
Yeah,
Seahawks are even more inconsistent
yeah. This
and
line is
even
bullshit.
harder to read. I'm taking the Packers to cover and win
I am
and
too.
everything.
This
I think
this
that this
should
line
be
is so low,
this should be like 4.5. I think.
at least.
Well,
Yeah.
3.5 maybe because I guess they're away, but
And
I
look,
don't
if the
know.
Seahawks win, I'll apologize.
Same.
I know they've won
Is
four
Kenneth
straight.
Walker even playing though?
He's questionable. Dude, don't even get me started with Kenneth Walker, man. Don't even get me started with Kenneth Walker. Mike McDaniel is already telling reporters that Walker doesn't necessarily need to practice in order to play. Walker's injured calf required further testing earlier this week. I mean, dude. I need Kenneth Walker in the worst. I need him and Brees Hall in the worst way this week in fantasy.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, and here's the Yahoo fantasy update. Jets reportedly don't want to shut Hall down for the season, but they don't
Oh, that's
sound
good.
especially optimistic about his chances to avoid multi-game absences.
Oh, Okay, yeah, so he's done.
Yeah.
Well, at least you have Izzy.
Yeah, I got Izzy. Izzy the second, please.
Oh yeah, true.
Uh,
Yeah. Anyways, back to the
yeah. Back
Packers
to this.
Seahawks.
I just think the Seahawks are regularly scheduled programming. I think the Seahawks are not as good as their record would suggest, and this is the spot where they get exposed on Sunday night against a good Packers team.
Yeah, the Packers. I don't know. They're. I don't. I'm not gonna like ding anybody for losing a close game to the Lions.
No,
That's just not. This is not how that works. And I thought
I'm
they
with you.
looked really good,
Yeah, I agree.
especially Josh Jacobs. They are going through Josh Jacobs now, and he's been incredible.
He's been unbelievable.
And I just don't trust the Seahawks. Maybe it's because I watched them just be terrible for like 5 weeks in the middle of the season. But just give me the Packers.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, dude, you want to do this intro?
Yeah, yeah. So we're Bears Vikings. We've got a double Monday night. We got Bears Vikings, Falcons Raiders. Starting with Bears Vikings, we got the Vikings -7 over under 44.5. This is crazy because the last time they played, I think the line was 3.5. And it ended up
Yeah.
going to overtime, which was kind of bullshit. Um, but I don't really know what I think of the Bears now. Like they're tough to read, man. Like this week was so bad. Or this last week was
Yeah.
so bad against the Niners. And like if you make the Niners look that good after all they've been through this season, I don't know what to
No,
say.
I know. I'm with you. I it's a division game. Seven is a big number for a division game.
Super
Period.
big.
The Vikings and the Bears have been moving in opposite directions in a dramatic way all year long. The Bears were supposed to be what the Vikings are, and the Vikings were supposed to be what the Bears are. I mean, coming into the
Yeah.
season, when you heard Sam Darnold's going to start for the Vikings, and you heard all the hype around everything they brought in to help Caleb Williams, you know, if I told you one of these teams has 11 wins and one of these teams has four, I would have told you that the Bears look, awesome. Like, oh wow, the Caleb Williams thing's working. The Vikings have surprised everybody. They deserve more respect. I think they're kind of starting to get more respect. But God, seven's a big number. I'm going to take the Vikings. I think they're going to kill the Bears. The Bears might be dead.
Yeah, I wrote down Vikings -7.
Yeah.
This is a Monday night game. I mean, Sam Darnold can do a lot for himself with a big win here.
Hmm.
And the Vikings can too. Just the whole team can do a lot for themselves if they come out and beat the shit out of the Bears. And I'm cautious saying this, but I think they should do that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And dude, I get the caution. Trust me.
Yeah, because it just feels weird to like be like, oh yeah, we're gonna beat the shit out of them. Which
Right.
I obviously don't like. Obviously, the Bears are kind of a weird team, and they've like covered some spreads against good teams over the
Hmm.
last few weeks outside of the Niners game. Um, but I don't know. They just look super dead this last week.
Super dead.
Yeah, and this I feel like the last time they played, like if Aaron Jones doesn't fumble, like
Right.
the game's probably more out of reach. And I feel like the Bears did the same thing against the Vikings and the Lions. Like both teams were kind of in control. And then the fourth quarter came around and they kind of, you know, let up a little bit. I don't think that's going to happen again.
Yeah. Look, you guys are up 27 to, I don't know, like 17 or 10 with 8 minutes on the clock. That happens, and you just go into like, look, we're going to play prevent defense. We're just going to run the ball on offense, try to get out of here. Weird shit can
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
right? I mean, with, I don't know, with, let's see here. I'm just trying to look at ESPN with their win probability thing. You
Oh,
know, with,
awesome. I love win probability.
yeah, with 7 minutes left in the game, you guys were up. You guys were handling business. It's 27-16 with, yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird shit happens in games like that. I don't want to put too much stock into it. I think you guys are going to cover and win. So,
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope I
and
can
it's
just
at
watch
home.
Darnold light it up again.
Yeah, that'd be
It
awesome,
makes me
man. He was
like
so good last week.
obviously it's awesome because I'm a Vikings fan, but like just seeing him be able to have a season like this is so it just makes me happy to watch him play because I know he's
I'm
just
with you.
been through so much shit, like being on the Jets, being on the Panthers, like he just had it rough for a while. And so
For a
it's,
long
it's
time.
fun. It's fun to watch a guy have success after he's been awful. Like I feel the same way about Bryce Young every week watching him. Just like I could give two shits about the Panthers winning or anything, but like seeing this kid play good is it's fun to watch.
But agreed. It's awesome. And the story's so good.
Hmm.
And you know what? I'm such a Caleb Williams hater. I've never felt more, I don't know, validated at a point that Caleb Williams has been good these past couple of weeks. I actually think he'll be a good NFL quarterback. I don't want people to think that I think that I am a hater. I am a hater. And I don't like hate him as a person. I'm sure he's like actually a pretty nice guy. It's just the whole USC, the fuck Utah thing. Uh, his attitude sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, it definitely does.
And it's evident. Like when you're watching him on the sidelines, I, I want to, I want to, I want somebody to say to Caleb Williams, "Hey, dude, guess what? You got Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and Rome's open a lot. He misses Rome a lot. Uh,
Hmm.
and your defense is actually pretty good. You don't get to bitch and hang your head on
Well,
the sideline.
I just feel like he needs someone to be like, yeah, this is pro football, man. Like I don't know if he
Yeah,
just doesn't get that like you don't just go into the NFL and just win all the time. Like it's hard to win every week.
yeah. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Dude
Yeah.
literally won a championship at every single level before coming to the NFL.
Hmm.
Was completely dominant in college. You can't get anything going. I mean, this is tough, dude. And the funny thing is I was thinking, I was another thing I've been thinking about today because I haven't been able to talk about football for this long, and this is what happens. There are like golden boys who come into the league, right? These Joe Burrows, these Trevor Lawrences, Caleb Williams. They're the number one pick. Nobody questions it. You don't have the conversation. It is what it is, right?
Hmm.
The difference between Joe Burrow and Caleb Williams and Trevor Lawrence is massive.
Yeah.
The gap is huge. And I don't know what to even think about that because teams are always trying to look for the next Joe Burrow, right? Or the next Lamar Jack, whatever. That's not a realistic thing. If you're going to bring a rookie in, and this is a thing that I'll end this quickly because I'll save this for the off season. But if you're going to bring a guy in, just have better infrastructure from like an offensive line standpoint, I guess is my point. Because nobody is Joe Burrow. That guy's one of one. And yeah, I'll leave that there because I've got this take in the oven, Jalen, that I've been working on now for quite some time that I'm gonna unleash during like the week football's gone
Okay.
for the fans. So uh
Yeah. Can't wait to hear it.
or like in the Super Bowl bye week. Uh
Okay.
Final game of the week, man. We made it all the way. Second Monday night game. This is poop, man.
This is
Holy
ass.
God, this game sucked.
Yep.
Falcons Raiders. Let's go, man. I don't know. What quarterback are we on now for the Raiders? Are we back to Desmond Ritter? Is that where we're at?
Um, I think we're on Desmond Ritter. Yeah.
Aiden
But this line
O'Connell got
makes me
the air cast for a bruised knee tendon.
okay. Well, this line makes me think that Aiden O'Connell's playing, but
If Aiden O'Connell comes back that quickly after being carted off with an air cast on,
yeah, I. But 3.5, really?
dude, the Falcons have been so bad.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they played us good for 3 quarters.
Yeah, yeah, and then the wheels came flying off.
Yeah, that was well. Ray fumbled, and then it was kind of over after that.
Kirk Cousins, since we last potted, has 6 interceptions and no touchdowns.
Yep. So they lost to the Saints, Broncos, Chargers, and Vikings. Like I, the Saints won, I guess, but that's like a division game, and then I don't know, dude. It's yeah,
In that
that
stretch, Jalen,
yeah.
Kirk Cousins has thrown 8 interceptions, no touchdowns.
I know he doesn't throw touchdowns. Like outside of those 2 crazy games he had this year, he's doesn't throw touch. I know because I had him in fantasy. He was on my bench, but I was monitoring all season. Like, why is this guy putting up like 8 points a week? Like he threw for 360 yards last week, and he had like 11 points. Like he just doesn't throw touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't get it. I feel I like Kirk. I think he's like an okay guy. Oh, dude, Jalen, you're gonna love this. Can't believe I didn't think of this for basement tapes. Uh, I make my dad listen to part of my take with me when I can, and we were in the car and they were doing the Kirk Cousins interview. Uh,
Mm.
when he said that he went to Wicked and was singing along, my dad said, "Fuck this guy! What the fuck? Are you
Dude, he
fucking? Are
liked
you hearing
Wicked.
this?"
So what?
No, dude, no. That was the end, and my dad was like, "Fuck that guy! What a pussy!" Hates Kirk
Come
Cousins.
on,
He's like
man.
he sings along to musicals. Fuck that guy. My dad hates
That's my
Kirk
quarterback,
Cousins.
man. No, I can never turn my back on Kirk, man.
Oh, I know, dude, but oh my God.
I think it's weird too, to be fair, but
It's very Mormon of him.
yeah, he's like one of those guys that is like he feels like too nice sometimes.
Yeah. No, yeah. He feels too nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I rock with Kirk though.
Dude, like I said, I'm not a Kirk hater. I think he's a
He
good
won a
dude.
division for us.
Yeah, and you know what? His story's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Drafted behind RG3 by the Commanders and built his way into just millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, he's so
Nothing but
rich.
respect. Yeah, and you know what? Like, good quarterback for the most part. Had a really good career. Has had a
Dude,
really good career. I don't
uh, if you could guarantee Kirk Cousins in the NFL draft, you would do it.
every single time.
Like at this point, I mean, he gets he gets a bad rep, but I don't know, man. He's been a pretty decent quarterback his whole career. Not great, but not horrible. And
He's
you know, it'd
21st
be
all time in passing yards.
yeah, and it'd be a crazy accomplishment for Caleb Williams to have a career as good as this.
It would be a great again. All jokes aside, the guy's had a great career. A great career.
Yep.
A lot of guys get drafted and never come close to what Kirk has done. Is Trevor Lawrence ever going to win it, at the level that Kirk Cousins has? Probably not.
You know, a lot of quarterbacks never win their division.
Yeah, a lot.
That's why I'm picking the Falcons.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take the Falcons too, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry to send us off
Yeah,
on that tangent. I thought it was so funny.
yeah, you got to name this one. Just like I don't know, just random tangents saved up 2 weeks. I don't know.
Pent up football rage.
Yeah, because well, we went off today.
Yeah, we did,
Basically
and
two pods in
on
one,
that,
though.
yeah, that's true, and we did pretty good. 2 hours flat. Thank you to all who listened, as always. Uh, if you made it this far, wow, good for you. You made it through a lot. That went everywhere. Good job, Jalen. Thank you, as always. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll see you, man.
Peace.